Hi, Jen.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm great.
You
How are
feeling
you?
pretty good?
Great. Never
It
felt
feels
better.
good. It feels good when you've reversed your diabetes, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Would you have
Yes.
ever imagined that a year ago you would have been able to say, I've reversed my diabetes?
No,
Why?
I because before I started with your program, I didn't know it was possible. Those like you got it. It was a, a disease that progressed, and you just had to try to not, you know, let it progress as fast, but that you were, stuck. You're stuck with it for life. I
Yeah,
didn't
and
know.
and who was giving you that? Who was feeding you that information that you were stuck with diabetes for life and it wasn't reversible?
Physician, my physician.
What exactly did he or she say?
We're going to start you on this metformin and we'll see how that goes. And maybe eventually you'll have to go to insulin and those types of things.
Hmm. And that didn't sit well with you, did it?
No, nope, not at all.
Were you feeling like you were diagnosed with type 2 diabetes? Your A1C, I think, was at six something or seven something.
At that
Um,
point, well, the point that I joined the academy. When I was first diagnosed, it was 13
it
something.
was 13 something. Okay, so it was 13. Your A1C was 13, and you're being told, we're gonna have to get you on medications. This is not reversible. How did that settle with you? It must have just been. Were you scared? Were you mad? What was going on?
I was scared, and I but I'm one that tries not to live in fear. So I immediately went to my car after that appointment, and I got in the car and I started praying, and I said, Lord, help me to handle this because I do not want to be on dialysis. I don't want to go blind. I don't want to be having amputations. Help me to find something to help me through this. And then I found you on Facebook. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I didn't know anybody in the academy or anything. I just, I was researching things on my phone. So, they'll throw things to you that, you've been researching and yours came up and I joined the free group and
Mm-hmm.
stayed there for a while and then decided, you know what, I need more than this.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to go to camp and join the academy and I'll be a lifer. I'll be in the academy for life.
You just gave me chills because and this is kind of off script a little bit, but I don't care. I want to talk about it because I do pray for all of my clients or anybody that joins the academy, anybody that raises their hand and say, I want to learn more about the academy. I pray for those people even before I meet them because I truly want this program to be not only life changing from a physical standpoint, but I really do want them to be blessed. And so when you said that, I just had these chills because that's God working. It's like
Yes.
he's making people, he's giving people an opportunity to take their health into their own hands. And
Yes.
I just that's amazing. And so when you said that, I had to I just got chills. Crazy. But it's like you are the perfect woman that will gravitate to this because you want to be healthy. You wanted to be healthy, but you were
Yes.
not being told what to do, how to do it. You didn't know where to go. Were you a little bit confused too because you're being told one thing and
Yes. And
yeah,
and when I would try to research online, it was many different things. Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. And like it was very confusing. Very
yeah.
confusing.
So fast forward, you decide you found me and then you decide to do the program and you start doing the program. How did it go the first few weeks?
I think it went well. I was really into it. I wanted to do the best I could with it. I'm one of those type A people that, wants to follow all the rules and and so I enjoyed it. I enjoy learning. I'm going to be, I'm a lifelong learner. I love reading, I love researching, I love, find learning new things and it was just amazing because I had no idea how food, nutrition could change your whole health,
Yeah.
without having to take medications.
Yeah. Well, like I always say, our food is our medicine. So when we take medicine from a lab, a drug, we call it a medicine, but it's a drug and
Right.
it's toxic to our bodies. It
Right.
might alleviate symptoms, but doesn't fix. It never fixes or heals the underlying problem.
Yeah.
Food food from nature has micronutrients in it, which is vitamins, minerals. That's our medicine. The
Mhm.
colors of the food, the blueberries and the red peppers and the yellow peppers and the cucumbers, all the different colors, those are phytonutrients. That's medicine.
Yes.
We're never taught that.
No, no.
God was very smart in his design for food because all those different colors and the different textures and the different, micronutrients and all that inside the food does specific things in our body.
Yeah.
So when you take a medication, it messes everything up.
Hmm.
Never taught that,
No. Oh,
right?
I had no idea. No
Yeah.
idea.
And so you started, changing your protocol, changing I never like to call it a diet because what I teach is diets are short term. So and diets work. Like you if anybody's done, I won't say the popular ones out there, you know, the
Right.
popular ones that we all know that
I
people
tried. I
spend
tried them all.
$1 million for. But those diets work because when you reduce your calories and you go on a diet, it works. But diets never last.
Right.
That's the difference. Diets don't last. People who do diets, they gain their weight back. They haven't learned what their body needs. They haven't learned how to
Right.
deal with the attachment emotionally to food. So we call it a protocol. So we start you on the protocol. You're like a sponge. You're grabbing it all in. How does your body respond?
Oh, it responds wonderfully. Within weeks, I was feeling so much better, and not just physically, but mentally. Because mentally, before I was like, oh, I'm a homebody. I don't like to go places. I'm just one of those people that, I'm an introvert and I'm gonna stay home, and I had dreads. I'll have to get up and go here, or I have to do this. And I never realized that I didn't have to be that way. And then I started feeling better, and I'm like wanting to do things and have more energy and wanting to go places, and not have the brain fog or the um, dread of everything. Life was starting to get better, and more. I was starting to live life before I was just existing through
Yeah,
life.
let's go there. I mean, there's so many people that are right now living what you were living, which is extreme fatigue, being overweight, exhausted, cravings, all of that, which is just it's simply put, I mean, we don't want to overcomplicate it, but simply put, it's inflammation in the body.
Yeah.
And our bodies are so smart. They want to be healthy, but we have to learn what it needs. And
Yes.
so if somebody is willing to do that work, you're gonna change your life.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it will change. Definitely.
it,
Yeah.
it has to.
Yeah.
It's just like, when somebody eats like crap and they're overeating, they're going to gain weight. Well, if you clean up everything and you work on all the steps that we teach, your body's going to change. You're going to get healthier. You're going to lose that inflammation. You're going to feel better. Your cravings are going to go away. This is why most people have a hard time staying on diets because they're using willpower, right?
Right.
They're using willpower, and then willpower only lasts for so long. And then after, 8 weeks on a certain diet, then they just want to, afterwards, they want to go and annihilate cake and cookies and
Mhm.
cupcakes and eat their arm off because they're so starving because they've been dieting for so long. They haven't
Right.
changed the
No.
imbalance.
Yes. And they're still not eating the right things. Even, you may reduce your
Right.
calories and may have not be doing sugar or something, but they're still not eating the things to heal the body. So it's just a temporary thing that, it won't last.
Yeah. And I don't like, I'm not going to bash other programs, but I just see so many so-called, coaches, health coaches who are teaching their clients that, certain things are okay. And I'm just like, you do not understand how the body works. Even on the American Diabetes
Oh,
Association
yes.
website, they're saying that in moderation, Dunkin' Donuts are okay. Are you kidding me right now? Your body does Dunkin' Donuts are not okay ever, anytime. Not even in
Yep.
moderation, unless you want to stay, sick and stay inflamed. You put
Right.
you put inflammatory products in, your body has to do something with it. So,
Right.
people who are teaching that sort of um, rule, they're just wrong. And this is why women are so frustrated. And this is why women flip flop to different programs because they're not being taught the right thing.
Well, I've visited diabetics in a hospital. For breakfast, they bring them oatmeal toast, juice, and fruit. How can, and they're listed, as a diabetic diet. Then that's the breakfast they bring them. How is that helping their, I don't get it. I don't,
Well, yeah. I mean, you get it because you've studied
yeah,
it and you were willing to learn it, and this is why I do these interviews, and this is why I have you guys share your stories, because the world needs this program. The
yes,
world, women, I say this in almost every interview. I think every woman should do this program, no matter if you have diabetes or not. I mean,
right,
I know I market myself as a diabetes and weight loss, and or both, but I think any woman who has any issue should do the program, because it's so much evolved around inflammation and how you can gain this knowledge to create balance in your body. This really,
right,
I should call my program "How to Create Balance in the Body" program, but that doesn't ever work because people think I don't need to have balance.
right. What do you mean balance? Yes.
So, but I just, it's so important when you understand. I mean, knowledge is power, right, Jen? Like, especially for
Oh,
you, when you
definitely.
learn this, you were just like, oh my word, this is life changing
Yes,
because
it
you
was.
understand it. It's the
Yeah.
why, right? Talk about that. Talk about how it's so important that we understand the why behind what we're doing.
Because otherwise, in other programs, that they're telling you buy this, eat this, buy this food for me, or buy this pill or whatever to use it to lose weight, and they don't tell you what it's supposed to do, how it's supposed to work, how it's supposed to help, if it does. I mean, it will temporarily or whatever. But in your program, you understand exactly what that does to the body, how it affects the body, that the foods I was eating prior, the damage it was doing to your body. And then as I felt better, knowing I was healing and creating more balance with the food I should be eating, it's just, I don't, it's like a whole new world. Like, um, I just, the, it's all about the money. The pharmaceuticals, the medical community is not about the people anymore. And a lot of people, well, my doctor says, but you know what? Your doctor's not right. Your doctor's not right, you know?
Preach it,
So,
girl. Preach it. I feel like this is turning into more of a class than it is an interview, but I love it because we have to get this information out, because I tell people this all the time. Like, if you do this program, this will be the last program you need to do.
yes,
If you apply what I teach, and
right,
part of the struggle is when women come in, they aren't really committed to making the changes, and you have to make the changes in order to create it as a lifestyle, right?
right,
Lifestyle is the practicing it, because once you practice it, it becomes a lifestyle. But if you're not willing to feel uncomfortable for a moment,
yes,
feeling uncomfortable when you can't eat certain things or when you're going through detox symptoms, that's uncomfortable. And as long as you can embrace that and understand the why,
yes,
then
yeah.
you
It
tell
makes
me, is it really that hard?
no, no, it was not that hard.
Okay,
It was
but people are going to come to you all the time. Oh, it's too hard. What would you say to that? It's too
well
hard.
for
It's too hard to
for
change. It's too hard to not eat fast food. I'm too busy. What would you say to them?
well, if you have to have fast food and there's no other choice or whatever, you carry your salad dressing in your pocket, in your purse, and get the salad. May not be organic or whatever, but at least it's vegetables, and you can learn how to make choices in places that you go to. You're taught that, and not just to go. You have to get the fries and the burger or chicken sandwich or whatever. You and when your body starts feeling better by what you're eating, you don't want that stuff anymore. You don't have any cravings for that anymore. And then when, like, oh, you know what, it's been 5 6 months, I'm going to have a burger or and the fries or whatever, and then you feel terrible because your body says, I thought we were through with this is not good for you, and I don't want this. And your body knows that that's not what you need, and your reaction to it, and then okay, yeah, no, okay, I'm not missing anything, I won't do that again.
Yeah, people say, it's too hard to, go on a healthy protocol, whatever. And my question back to them is, well, is it hard to be 60, 70 pounds overweight? Is it hard to be injecting insulin into your arm? Is it hard to be taking metformin that rots your gut and causes inflammation in your gut? Is it hard to be constipated and bloated and, not be able to get off the couch because you're in so much pain because your knees and your back and your hips? And I mean, is that hard?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So
Our life was so
pick
much
your
harder.
hard.
Yeah.
Let's make like for you, it was, you said it was a couple weeks where you start feeling better. Let's do 2 weeks of maybe some difficult work to change the trajectory of your entire life.
Right. Because
Because
I went to
right
camp.
now, let's talk about this. How are you feeling right now? I mean, this is where you were look at this, Jen. You are
Mhm.
down 66 pounds, 70 inches, down 10 sizes, off 4 medications. Your A1C when you were at like when you were diagnosed, it was at 13 something, right? But when you started with me, it was at 6.7, which is still a diabetic type 2.
Right.
Now it's at 5.3. It's been there for almost a year. You have reversed your diabetes. Your
Yes.
goal was to reverse your type 2 diabetes and lose weight. That was your
Yes.
goal when you set out to do this program. You've attained it.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Look at, do you remember
Uh,
where you were when you were sitting there, that picture?
That was my birthday dinner.
Do you remember how you were feeling though?
Oh, I,
How were you
oh,
emotionally when you were?
like I said, I probably earlier that day, I don't remember, but I'm sure I'm like, okay, I got to get up and put some makeup on. They want to take me to dinner because it's my birthday. I'd rather stay here on the couch. I didn't even want to celebrate my birthday, you know? And I was starting to have trouble walking. My legs were bothering me. And a few weeks after that, we went to see my granddaughter at college, and there's all kinds of places to go visit, and some of them had trails or climbing or stairs. And later on, they were telling me that they were discussing, well, we better not go there because I don't think mom, grandma will be able to, make that trek.
Mm,
Now we're setting up. I go, now I want to do it. Let's go do it. We're setting up a time to go and do all those things I missed at that
mm.
time because I have more energy and I'm physically better and I
Yeah, you're not
can.
having any trouble walking now. Look at you. This picture here,
Oh, no,
you out in
yeah,
nature with your tennis shoes on,
exercise.
walking.
Yeah.
How much do you walk now a day?
Uh, like 2.5 miles.
Wow, it's amazing, girl.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it is. It is. I feel better now at 67 than I felt at 37 and in
Wow.
between.
Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Let's talk about. I really want the women to hear this. I really want them to hear that they can do it. So there's so many women that believe that they can't do it. Now you just said you revealed you're 67, right? You had type 2 diabetes, you were 66 pounds heavier. A lot of women are where you're at. What would advice would you give them, or what encouragement would you give them about, you know, sharing that they can do this just like you did?
You can definitely do it if you have the right information to do it. If you like when I went to camp and the information you gave us at camp, but I started applying in those 2 weeks, and I was already, by the time the class started, I was already feeling better. It was, in 2 weeks, and I had went down like 7 pounds in those 2 weeks, and you just need somebody like Terry here to help you, make you understand how you can do it, because it is doable. Anybody can do it, anybody. And it's not just about my diabetes, or and it's anyone who's overweight, who you're going to have insulin resistance, and you're going to need help in learning how to conquer that. And you will lose weight, and you will feel so much better, because this whole program is to get your body in balance, to heal yourself on the cellular level, and the weight loss and reversing disease is the product of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And yeah,
you
and the
will
reason
not regret
why
it.
people should listen to you
Yes.
and believe you is because you have referred a lot of people. to
Yes.
this program, and they all have had amazing results. I just got done
Yeah.
interviewing your sister, who
Yes.
is down 60 some pounds also,
Yes.
right? And
And
you've had a,
she's 7 years younger than I am, and she did not have diabetes.
yeah, she
She
just wanted to lose
she
weight.
has
Hypothyroid.
and she had so much trouble losing weight, and she has a lot of digestive problems. So her situation was nowhere near mine, but she had her problems, and all of that's improved for her, and she's lost that weight, and she's has energy galore. And I didn't get as good as genes as she did, because at 60, she could pass for 40.
Yeah, she's looks amazing. Yeah, she does. But my point is that listen, you would not put your name to something if you didn't believe it worked.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
same with me. Like I would not be interviewing you guys and doing this if I thought it was a scam. You and I have the same sort of passion for women and to help women, right? And
Yes.
you're living proof that when you make the decision and you put in the work, it doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't have to be super challenging to do. You just need the right structure and the right process, and you need
Right.
something to follow. And that's what
Yes.
we have set up. And if you can do that, and then you can be with a bunch of women that are going through the same thing you are, and that's what camp does. Is camp allows you to meet your sisters and
Yes.
be able to go through this program all together.
Mhm.
And that's huge because when other women are going through the same journey as you, it just makes the process a lot easier.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can lean on each other, and you support each other, and you get lifelong friendships from people from all over the United States, Canada, that you never would have met before either, and that's just a plus to the program.
So I want to do one more thing because we have this free group that's all women that have joined the group either because they have diabetes or they want to lose weight. And there's a lot of women in here that have never come to camp. And I want you to tell them how important it is for them, why they should come to camp, why they are missing out, because this is the last camp I'm doing this year.
Mhm.
And this is their opportunity to finally be able to get ahead of their health crisis, because
Right.
I can promise all of you who are watching this, if you're have type 2 diabetes and you're on medications, you're going to get worse before you
Yes.
get better unless you
Yep.
make some changes. And
Definitely.
that's what we're here to do, is offer you an opportunity to make some changes. And that's what camp is about. So Jen, encourage these ladies and tell them, you know, they can do this and why they should come to camp.
That you should come to camp to see what it's all about. You're hearing what we're saying, and you're skeptical. What is $47 for 4 hours of an afternoon to find out, what it's about? And you will be so pleasantly surprised of what you're going to learn. And she even does a health evaluation on you at that time, and you'll be surprised at where you're at right now. And if you join the academy and after the camp, and later down the road you'll do another one, and the improvement that you'll find in that time period is amazing. Everybody improves.
Yeah,
Everybody. One person, you cannot say not one person has not improved if they're even not even following that strict protocol. They're going to improve. It happens.
it's it absolutely does. And this is the one thing that I hear from so many people. The last when we did camp last, whenever it was, um, the women that were in that camp were like, I saw your stuff. I should have gone to camp back the other time and I didn't because I wanted to wait. And they're always like, I'm so disappointed that I waited. Because you
Yes.
never know, you never know. I might not be doing camps. I don't know. So I just want to encourage all of you to grab onto this opportunity, because what you even get that day at camp is going to blow your mind. You're going to learn, you're going to be able to take so many tools I teach that day and to start
Mhm.
applying them on Monday.
Like I did. I said, and I did. I started that night because
Yeah. Right.
I think it ended at 3 in the afternoon. I started that day with my next meal, and for the next 2 weeks, and then there's seven. I lost 7 pounds in those 2 weeks, and was already feeling better before the actual academy started. Just applying the things that you taught in camp.
I'm so proud of you, girl.
I thank you. I'm proud of
I
myself.
really am. Yeah, I was gonna say, you must be so proud of yourself. I
And
mean, doing the work and being able now to I always consider anytime you make these kind of health changes, you're giving your body a gift. You're giving your body a gift. You're giving your body the gift of health that it so
yes,
desperately wanted.
yes, yeah.
And that's not only going to make your quality of life better, but it's going to extend your life. Like
Oh, yes.
you can't put a price on quality of life.
No, you can't. You
You
can't.
can't. I
And
don't.
you don't know how bad your quality of life was prior until you are better, until you
Mm,
heal your body, heal your self on the cellular level. You won't know that it was that bad. Like I look at that picture and I'm like, I don't even remember that person. It hasn't been that long ago, a little over a year,
yeah.
but I don't even remember that person anymore
Well,
because
even
I
more, even on more, even even more importantly, is just you're on the road to getting worse because your medical doctor does not know how to reverse diabetes.
they don't.
So if you're depending on your medical doctor to help you reverse or help you heal, that's just not their
No, they're
wheelhouse.
going to treat the symptoms for now, and
They're going
that's
to
it.
treat it.
No,
And you're
no,
going to continue to get I can say this because I see this every single day. Clients come to me who have been to their doctors for years and they keep upping their meds, and they keep getting sicker, they keep getting worse, their symptoms get worse, their A1Cs go up, they just get worse. And
yes.
that's the cycle you're in. That's the cycle you're going to be on unless you decide, ladies, unless you decide to interrupt that cycle
Mhm.
today, make a decision, come to camp, and you will learn how to stop that cycle.
Because they tell you it's a progressive disease. They don't tell you that it can be reversed or I mean, we call it reversed, but I call it I'm cured.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, if I went back to the way I was eating before, it
Yeah.
would probably come back. But to me, I'm cured.
Well, and you've learned the skills now. It's never going to come back because you've learned,
Yes,
diabetes is a lifestyle disease. It's a
yes,
nutritional disease.
yes.
It's a your body's inability to manage blood sugar, and that's curable. It's fixable. And you've learned how to not not to keep making that happen. So it's not going to come back. You have reversed or cured your diabetes 100%.
Yeah.
You've learned how to not bring it back.
Yes, exactly.
I asked your
Yeah.
sister, I said, because we were talking similarly about the process of how to get where you're at, and I'm like, would you ever want to go back to where you were in October? She said, don't even go there. She goes, I would never. She goes,
Mhm.
a simple $47 changed my life.
Right, exactly, exactly.
It's like I've seen a lot of women spend $47 on a lot worse stuff than
Yeah,
this. That's for sure.
$47 to go out with your husband to dinner and eat crap food. It's not going to serve you at all. And might as well spend $47
I
in
had I
a
had
2 hours.
somebody in my last squad who's told me that she used to be in one of these programs, and she was spending on packaged food and supplements. She was spending $600 a week.
Yeah, that was one of my referrals, one of my friends.
$600 a week for packaged food. I call it packaged toxins.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason why you're losing weight on the packaged toxins is because you're reducing your calories. You're not fixing the problem.
No,
Your
not at all.
inflammation is not. So once they go off the packaged food, they start eating real food, they're going to gain weight. It's
Yep.
crazy. Anyway,
Yep.
Jen, I'm going to end with this graphic again. Thank you. You're amazing. Congratulations on reversing your diabetes. Congratulations on the rock star that you are. This is amazing. I'm proud of you. And thank you for sharing your story, as you will be a huge inspiration to many women that are on the fence or that are just needing kind of a kick in the butt to get going. So thank you so much, Jen. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for everything.